I didn't really understand the whole power of like journaling and writing things down. And even till this day, I still really don't understand the power. What do you desire? What is it that you truly want? I wanted to talk about this topic because I was recently sitting back and thinking about something that really stuck to me. And I found a note that I wrote about 2016. This note was essentially what kind of studio that I wanted, for like music and work and things like that. I was looking through my notes. I have pretty much everything that I wanted on there. I got my desk, I got my computer, yada yada yada. The point was, back then, I desired to have all of that. I've reached a place where I've truly obtained it all. Well, most of it in some way, shape, or form. Even though I've achieved all of the things that I wanted material wise, I asked myself, what is my plan now? What is it that I want going forward? Through that point of my life, I had a plan as well as a way to achieve the things that I truly wanted. I have more than just a plan, and I actually have the finances to achieve what it is that I'd like. However, not everything that you desire can be obtained with money. I've been thinking a lot about not only materialistic stuff like getting a car, buying a house, and just like buying clothes, making myself look nice and fancy and all this other stuff. Not necessarily luxury items like Louis Vuitton or whatever. I realized that my desires aren't really materialistic. Growing up with social media, being able to see what I'm presented of other people's lives on a consistent basis, to me, it's quite interesting. It gives me this idea that someone who's my age is living a better life. Obviously, that's true. Some people are much more well off than I currently am. And that's just a fact. I don't have to sit down and say, oh, it's social media's fault. But social media really makes me think a lot of the things that are shown to me, or a lot of the things that I place within my realm of reach, it gives me this sense of being able to distort my vision, play the comparison game on a scale where I know that I would not really be able to measure up. I remember thinking back when the whole like Cardi B Balenciagas that look like socks. Balenciagas were being purchased by everyone. People who could not afford Balenciagas, realistically, it's like half of someone's fucking paycheck, or even more than half of someone's paycheck. I say that to say a lot of people are in this space of being influenced by social media, and there's nothing wrong with being influenced by social media when you understand your own wants and desires. Like for me, for instance, like the whole Balenciaga thing, like it's cool. They're a nice shoe or whatever. I'll put it on the screen at some point in time. But was it really a shoe? I was thinking that's worth $700 or however the fuck much it cost. I have no idea how much it costs now because inflation's kicking everyone's ass. Right now, I'm in a phase where I desire I desire growth more than anything. I desire a career where I'm fulfilled. I desire loving what I do every day, even though it's difficult, on the road to growth. With my current endeavors, I think that's exactly what I found. Making this video and being able to not only give my opinions of my current life, being able to start the conversation and see what other people think who are my age, maybe older, have to say about looking back on their own lives and reflecting and saying, well, shit, what are my desires? What is it that I truly want? Am I currently working for what I truly want? I was having a conversation with my dad earlier yesterday, I would say about 12 hours ago. Me and him were talking about buying a car, and my dad's always had like the same car on his mind for many years. That made me think, without social media, without conditioning of any kind, without your vision being skewed, without having other things in the way to cloud your vision, what is it that you desire? What are you doing to obtain the desire? Are my actions getting me to this point? When I perform my task, what are my expectations of myself to reach said desire? For me, when it comes to doing this whole YouTube thing, and not only doing YouTube, but doing YouTube and then making music, and not only making music, but I'm in a phase where I'm focused on production of my own music. What my desire of all of this is to free myself from only making earned income in the sense of I gotta clock in every single day. Through my time of learning, going to work and punching a clock is part of the journey. I'm learning to go through the journey and be more appreciative of it all, as well as experiencing the highs and lows of the journey. And right now I'm in a place where I'm at a low within the journey, but my journey is also just getting started. The main thing I really wanted to emphasize using this video is, what are your desires? And how are you working towards them? I'm not an expert at this shit. And that's really the main reason I started doing this. Like, I have no idea what the hell it is that I'm really doing. But it's that I want to figure out my own life and begin to share these little nuggets with you guys. I didn't really understand the whole power of like journaling and writing things down. And even till this day, I still really don't understand. When I sat down and I looked back at me writing out all of the things that I truly desired, I was able to obtain materialistic items that could literally be gone tomorrow. And if a fire were to occur or whatever, right? What if you sat down and chose to write out the things that you desired that weren't tangible? Like a career. You could make moments in your life that are parts of your career, parts of your story. And that's part of you, essentially. That can't be taken from you. I can't lose my experiences. I can't lose my life story. Focus on the things that you desire that are not necessarily tangible. I'm working on the non-tangibles, but still have a list of, tangible items and things like that. I really just wanted to leave you with this message. Write out your desires. Write out the things that you want. Write out the things that you need. And write out the things that you truly like to achieve. It's okay to go through the lows of life. That's really where I am right now. I'm making a lot of decisions going forward. It's a lot more than I thought it would be. Damn, it's been like almost 7 years since I left home. Every day becomes a little more difficult. Not as a bad thing, but from the aspect of checking myself, keeping myself in line with the desires with the things that I truly desire. Anything could take you off the path if you're not like laser focused in, paying attention. That's the most difficult part. Just losing your way and losing sight of what it is that's truly important. It's the smallest thing that could make you go from this to this, or this to that. But that's part of the journey, understanding that sometimes you could go from here to maybe here. I could still correct myself, but once I'm here and I go here, that's a long transition back to the goal. That's all I wanted to say in closing. But thank you for tuning in to Damaged Goods. I'm your host, Lamb. You guys stay safe, write out your desires, and I'll catch you in the next one.